A global recession might start soon. If you have not heard about this, then maybe you're not in the financial market or about the government and anything, because this has been said for years and real experts have said like for years, it is due, it is absolutely due. So why did it not happen yet? Very easy to answer. Government debt. So the governments, including Europe, including North America and other countries, have just been printing money. So when they had no money left, what did they do? They just print money. Print money meaning they took on way more debt, or sometimes actually some of them just printed without taking debt, and that is worse for the inflation. And some say that Turkey did this, literally just printing the money and then just giving it away. And this, the inflation then goes hugely up. Now, this has huge implication for the entire world, because if every government, which they are doing, takes on more and more debt, which they can't really afford to pay back, such as in America right now, you see every 4 years, 3 years and so on, they have huge problems, such as right now, to repay, to restructure their payments. So right now they have more debt basically than they can repay. So what do? They just stack on the debt and somehow think magically in the future it will go away. Problem what might happen is either huge inflations in America, and if this could happen, oh my god, we are talking really about a huge recession across the entire world, because if the American dollar goes down, which it looks like it is going to happen, it is happening right now, but only slightly, which is good and bad for some countries, and for other countries it's good. And also, for example, in America, in Canada and in Germany as well, so in Europe we are not much better there. We see a huge amount of private debt, so not only companies, in companies there are many which are also very much deep in debt and they need restructuring, and they are laying off and they are closing even factories or moving them. For example, Germany, many companies are moving to Poland or Eastern Europe or to America because they can produce there cheaper. More and more people in America and Canada, I know, have huge amounts of debt, not just student debt, which is kind of like sometimes at least very useful because you had at least an education. I myself have student debt from studying finance, but many people have debts because of their housing. So they bought a house and now maybe it might be actually not as much worth, and they have car debt, they have credit card debt and so on, for clothing and so on. So but now they can't repay it. Some people lost their jobs and so on. Now how to repay all this money? More and more people are getting insolvent, so they cannot repay it. So they're going with the government and government plans, so they have to pay only certain amounts back, or most of them, but only for years and years. So companies now getting less money back because many of their customers don't have any money left. So more and more companies are closing in, and more experts are saying 2026 we might see the start of a global recession. So buckle up, it might really happen, and might not start very heavily in the first months and even the first year, but then 2027 and 2028 it might get even much worse and on a global scale.